Hey, what's good guys? My name is Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. And today we're not talking about sneakers, but something that goes inside of them.
Your feet.
No, actually not. That was a slick response though. So if you have been following the channel for quite a while, you already know that we have done videos on zoom air in any shoe and boost in any shoe. Now, what if I told you you can have both? So anybody that is part of the WearTesters Discord community, they're already aware of these things because we actually held a live stream and one of our fellow testers, well, his name is Jalik, but if you follow him on Instagram and all that stuff, it's Look at Leak. And he actually dropped a little hint saying that he bought something just like this, or it was these exactly, in the live stream. And I was like, mad curious. I was like, dude, where'd you get those? So he dropped a link. I bought a pair as we were streaming because this is intriguing right here, man. This is intriguing. Now, before we talk about these guys real quick, I did want to just say, because people keep asking about these. I like the Hefe Luxe ones. I do. I don't like this one. This is the thick one, but I have the thin ones in a shoe right now, so that's why they're not here. These guys are dope. So this thick one right here is for casual use or for, they said like work boots and stuff like that, like something that you need a little bit, you know, more like raise and all of that stuff. If you put this in a shoe with no cushion, such as these, because these have no cushion, then it's going to lift your foot up a little bit too much and stuff. So that's why I would go with the thinner ones, and you definitely would want to take out the pre-existing insole and then you would replace it with the thin ones. These. Now the thing is that everybody likes Boost is life, whatever, but a lot of people keep asking about these, and these, I fucking hate these, man. I hate these things. They're super uncomfortable, dude. I gotta say, like, there's no two ways around it. Like, I can't like beat around the bush or anything. These things hurt the fuck out of my feet. They hurt my arches, everything. And the funny thing though is it's not the fake zoom that does it, it's the way that it's implemented. You know what I mean?
Carrier.
It's not even the carrier, it's just that like protrudes up right here. So like it forces my foot up in the front and then it fucking stresses out my arch and shit. It's really uncomfortable, man. Like I wear these all day, right? And then I try to play in them and I was like, hell no, dude. Like I'm not even doing this. I'm not trying to injure any part of my foot just to see if this thing works. The bottom line is these suck. However, I'm a huge fan of Zoom Air. So I bought two of these things. This one is implemented much better, smooth and everything like that, right? So there's none of that. It's literally smooth. There's no arch in there. There's nothing. And then the main thing is that I can't fit this piece of in any of my sneakers. Look how big that thing is.
That's what she said.
But no, for real, that shape is not. Yeah, so I wasted my money on these. These are the larger volume zoom ones, so I was excited to try these out. This guy is painful. Don't wear these things. These are awful. These are cool. But these though, man, these are just, they're super intriguing because this came just like this. They came like this with all this shit, right? And I got both of them here. They're not the same size anymore because they come as, not a one size fits most, but basically they come in one size. Or maybe they came in two sizes. One of them was sold out. These guys are a little long, so you have to actually cut them down and stuff. And that's what I like about these right here, where they just kind of came in like the size. Like you'd be like, oh, I wear a size 9, blah, blah, blah. Boom, they send you those and stuff like that. But these, you do got to cut them down a little bit. That's a negative, but it's not horrible or anything like that. The foam itself feels a little bit bouncier than the other ones. Like this one's like mad dense, which maybe is like part of the reason why they're so uncomfortable. I think that if there was more of a soft foam to kind of balance out the thing, maybe it would even itself out the more that you wear them, but instead they get more painful. I don't even remember how much I paid for these things.
They're like 20 bucks.
That's the funny thing. They're all about 20 bucks.
Yeah.
This was 20 bucks and it came with all of this. But yeah, so these guys right here, they actually come with double-sided sticky tape on them and stuff because you're supposed to, what? You take this out and now I have boost in the back and zoom in the front. Like tell me, like when you ever gonna get that?
It goes in the opposite way though, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just not trying to peel the sticker off and have it get stuck inside.
Just double check it.
Yeah. Now that sound though, you hear that while you wear these. That was a bummer. I was like, yo, like I sound like I got like Cracker Jacks or Rice Krispie treats or something inside of my shoe and stuff. So that was a bummer.
I wonder if after you've worn them long enough, once you've decided.
Possibly. I'm sure it'll like heat up
Yeah.
the more that you wear it and all of that stuff, especially if you hoop in it and everything. The only other downside is that they're a little wide right here, like much wider than these or these, for example. So this part right there, it kind of like pulls up like that when you put it inside your shoe, and then You can hear it just from that. And so then when you step on it, it does the same thing. So that's the only downside. I'm sure it'll break in, or at least I hope so. I'll find out. But they all lack what this guy has, which is arch support. And this is an Insight insole. I've had these for years. We reviewed these before. I've reviewed all of the versions of them. I've reviewed the carbon fiber ones, these ones right here, which are for normal arches, and then there's a higher arch one. And they still sell the same exact stuff today. And these things are a little bit more expensive than these, but I love these things right here. They got grip on there so they don't slide inside your shoes and This makes all the difference in the world because these have no shape, you know? And so like feet aren't shaped like this. They're not shaped like this. Definitely not shaped like this one. Like, what is that? That's just a board. Whoever designed this was lazy.
They got you to buy them.
They did. Well, it's because they show the picture of this. And I'm like, ooh, Zoom Air.
Excellent.
And then I get it in and I'm like, oh, what the, like, looks like a cot, just a bed. But I do think that this is interesting. It's not real Zoom Air, but it's built like Zoom Air. It's got the fibers in there. What I really like about this though is that they're all kind of like pre-cut. While there's no Zoom Air that's shaped like this really, except for the current unlocked Zoom setups, but those are much thicker than these. What I like about this is like this one right here, you could probably stick that in, like if you're trying to sole swap and you got an old shoe, like those 12s back there, those are originals, right? The Zoom Air inside is full length and it's flat as. So if you had something like this, obviously this is not a great example, but maybe something like this, you could just trim and trace and then cut it. This one's too thick, but the thin one that's like this, that's about the same thickness as the air unit used to be. And instead of putting cork in there or whatever, which people do, some people I've seen put silicone, you know, you can like smooth it out and everything and it'll dry. But if you were to do something like this, like with one of these things, or if you had a heel and forefoot setup, this is your heel pack. Like if they have a large volume one, you could just double stack them little. And there you go, man. Easy money right there for all you restoring people.
I do have an idea.
An idea of what?
Of how they could fix that weird sticky problem. I feel like instead of there being tape that attaches it, there should almost be some kind of flap that you feed it into, because once your weight's on it, it's gonna sandwich it all together.
These are not good examples because these are all the same, where they're all just kind of like glued in. This is the way that you would see something typically installed inside of the footbed of a midsole. Just like this, it's just laid in there. There's no flap or anything like that. So again, if you had something like this, and this air unit is flat and they're the same thickness, which this is the thicker one, but the other ones are being used like I was saying earlier. But if you have the regular thickness, which these ones are about, and you were able to stick it in there, then it would be good to go. And this would not fit like this, by the way, with all that space in there, because you'd be using one of these. So you would be able to trace exactly what you needed, and then it would slide right in there, and you'd be able to fix these and now have boost in a shoe instead of a flat air unit. But the thing is that over the years, as they have evolved the implementation of these units, especially with bottom loaded units, so the Jordan 2011 and 2012s, and then also the Kobe 7s and some of the Kobe 8s, like the All-Star where it had the Zoom Air in them. Even something like the LeBron 11, they have a hollowed out version of these that you pull in and out of the shoe. You know what I'm saying? The midsole is removable, and those units have that flap that you're talking about, where you kind of gotta install it like this and then bend and it'll fold into the little crevice and everything, and that's exactly how this should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. It would be a little bit difficult to have Boost have a flap, so I get that, but at the same time, you know, it would remove that sound. As it is right now, these are literally $20. Like I think total was like 21 something or 24 something, whatever it was with the shipping. So far, the forefoot, I can't really feel it. And I think it's because the plastic case is so stiff, like it's rigid and stuff. It's not like regular Zoom Air, because these plastics, they feel a little bit more malleable. But I could feel the heel one, so that was a plus. But yeah, I just think that this is like super interesting that you could take this and now somebody's doing it where you can choose or mix and match. That's wild, man. This is at least real eTPU, not real Zoom Air though, but it is a real air bag with fibers in it, so similar. Now is the time pretty much to tweak with these things if you wanted to, and check them out for yourself, because we are all quarantined.
Somebody royally forked up.
Okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these down below in the comment section. Are you interested in something like this? Does this sound cool to you? Or you're like, yo, I can put boost in the front, zoom in the back, or boost in the back and zoom in the front? Like, what do you think? You think this is cool or no?
I can't wait to see your thoughts after today's walk, because that'll be a good way for you to test them out.
That is a good way to test them out. Good idea. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. I'll let you guys know eventually on these. If you don't see a video on something, that means that I normally didn't like it. So that's why I really don't like these. This was a waste of money. These are dope though. If you don't see something on these, it's because they suck. If you do eventually see something, it's because it was amazing and you guys should try it. But let me know what you guys think about these down below in the comment section. I appreciate you guys, and I hope that y'all are inside, staying safe, staying sane. I know it's hard.
That's what she said. It
is. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. So until next time, guys, have a good one. Jackass.